no nasty bugs with the winter here, so that's always a good start. My name's Suzie. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia. So if you need any help with anything to do with paper crafting, cards or scrapbooking, I can help you out, as long as you don't already have a demonstrator. So up in the corner, wrong way, always do that. Up in the corner there's a QR code. You can scan that with your phone and it will take you to my Stampin' Up demonstrators page. Nearly said Facebook then. So that will take you to the page where you can buy anything you need. Hi Marlene, how are you today? Hope you're well. So today's Fun Fold Friday. Hi Lynn, how are you going? Oh, have a lovely time, Lynn. It'd be nice, get out and have a coffee with a friend. That's always good therapy. So I'll see you on the replay. Okay. Now, today we're going to do a card that I've been wanting to do for a while and kept forgetting about it. I saw the lady that did it, and she's a Canadian, Stampin' something, I think. Well, I'll have to find out. But then this morning, there's a lot of the same thing come up on my YouTube videos. So it was a fold that has been done quite a few years ago, because the lady I was watching, it was 5 years old. So, and I've seen a couple more that are even older than that. So we're going to be doing that. Now, don't forget, you've got 50% off. And a lot of people are confused with the 50% off. I was in the beginning too. So Marlene sent me a link with Patty Bennett, and she explains it beautifully. So basically, I had 3 suits in my cart. Oh, geez. And I had some gems. It took the 50% off the gems because it was part of a kit or a suite. So it didn't come off any of the suites that I had, and I had 3 in there. It took it off the gems. Hi Debbie, how are you going? I hope you're feeling well, lovely. So it took it off the gems. So when I took the gems out, it then took it off the lowest price of one of the sets. So it will take the lowest price. It does not include inks, refills, or alcohol blends. They're not part of it. It's only parts that are in a suite. So I took out the gems that I had, and it gave me the 50% off the lowest suite that I'd put in there. So I hope that basically helps you realise how it goes. If not, as I said, there's a link on my business page from Patty Bennett, and she explains it really well. She actually rang Stampin' Up to make sure that she had everything correct. So if you're not, if you still don't understand about the 50% off, go and have a look at the Patty Bennett video on my my business page. All right, that's enough. There's no more exciting news at the moment. That's coming. Oh, we've got some new products on online exclusives, but they're in pre-order, so you can't order them until they go live. So I put a couple of those in my cart. So we'll go down to the craft mat and I'll show you what we're doing today. Okay, here we are. Need my glasses. So what we're doing is called a book fold. So it actually looks like a book. I put double stoppers on there next time, double dimensionals, because it doesn't sort of sit right and keeps falling down. So I think you need it a bit higher. But this is just the one I did so that I knew where I was going with it. So this is what we're going to make. So I did a little bit of prep work last night. And I'm going to do it in black and white. So I did a couple of I actually tried water painting with putting it on a block and using one of our water brushes, what they're called. So I did these during that. I wasn't real happy with them, but it was the first time I'd tried them. So if you're away from it, it doesn't look too bad. But if you look close, it's a bit hard to do. And then I did, of course, a beautiful Nature on Spotlights flower. So I love that. I love the colours. So we did that one. And then I did two here, because I'm not sure what I'm going to put on it yet. So I did these two out of, what was it out of? Gallery of Blooms. How can I forget that? Hey? So I'm quite liking this one, the lighter one, but I also like this darker one. But we'll decide that when we come to it. So I've cut all our pieces out. So I've done a black card. So I'm using black and white, which, as you know, I love it. Or, excuse me a minute, or black and red. I've just got to have a mouthful. Every time I get on, my throat's croaky. So the cardstock is 8.5 by 5.5, folded at 5.5, and then put one of your folds flat, so it folds like this, like a Z card, I suppose. And that's what we're going to work on. So I've already done the strip, a bit crooked. So I've done it to the sizes she has said to do it. So we've got 2 pieces here. These pieces are 4 7/8 by 3 5/8 times 2. So one will go on the top there like that, and another one will go on the bottom. So that will go there like that. We can, if we want, turn it over and have a different part on the bottom or the top. The top is going to be covered mainly, so I think I might do it like that. It doesn't matter which way it goes, but this is going to be covered with our book. So you'll only see probably a smidgen on each end. So we'll put those in place. Now it's been standing for a while. There we go. I think this one's nearly empty, actually. So I'll put that, so there's a little border. So we've got a little border there. I'm going to put this one the other way, I guess just because I can. But as I say, most of it will be covered by the book part. Her name was something Stamper. Pretty sure. I'll have to find it. Tina Zinka? She's a Canadian lady. I've watched a few of her videos. As you know, I don't do straight very well. Whee! That's a bit better. So that's our easel part done. Now, my strip, a little strip. I had it. Oh, here it is. Look at that. So I'm going to put this on with dimensionals. I'm going to roughly think about where I want it to go. So here I did it more or less in the middle. I don't mind the pansy, I just put something on there to show you more or less. And see, that doesn't stay up. So I think I'm going to put 2 lots of dimensionals on it. That way it will stay up, hopefully. So has anybody got anything exciting to do for the weekend? I can't believe it's Friday already. So I'm going to take these off and then I'm going to put another lot on top. That will give us a little bit of height. So it doesn't matter if these are straight or not. So my granddaughter's coming to stay. Just the usual laundry. Yeah, I've got ironing to do. And I keep putting it off. It's one of the jobs I don't like doing is ironing. But I do it because your clothes look a lot nicer. Young girls these days don't iron. Now, see, I cut this to the right size that she says, and you can't really see any black, can you? Just that. I was going to take some off it, but I don't think it will matter. This is in my bedroom today. He's curled up on my bed. So I'm going to put that there. So when we make our book, and it's about halfway, a bit of gardening, or I'm not a gardener. Probably could have put it a little bit more this way. But there you go, it's done. Now, these are our books. So this is the smallest book. And then this is the large book. So what I'm going to do is I am going to fold all these pieces in half. And I can find my bone folder again. Why does it always disappear? Notice again under the glass mat. That's where it went the other day and I couldn't find it. So you can use either side you want to this. I'm going to use the floral. You can use some plain paper as well. So I'm going to fold that. and I'm going to crease it. And then I'm going to do the same with these two. These are the smaller book. And I'm going to use... Hi Sue, how you going? Lovely to see you here. And then I'm going to do this one. All right. So that's these pages done here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the bigger book. And I'm going to put my tear and tape along that crease. Then I'm going to take this off. And I'm going to put back fold in it. And I'm going to put it on the crease. Hi Elaine, how you going? Lovely to see you. So I'm going to put it into the crease. I'm going to do the same with the smaller one. I want to put the tape on the top one on this side. It's hard to see the crease on this paper. Then I'm going to put this one and I'm going to put it on the crease here, and it really makes it hard on the black. So we've got our two books. So now what I probably should have done it before I put them on here, because we're going to fold them so that they've got a bend in them. And that makes it look like a book. I thought this was quite an interesting fold. So we've got that's our big book. Then we're going to do the same on our smaller book. So you just need something round to do it. And then this book goes inside this one. But first, before I do that, I'm going to take some glue dots because glue dots make it easier. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put three little, it's interesting, isn't it? It is, Debbie. Yeah. I'm going to put three of our dots, and that will then stick our book up like that. So it's got a bit of a fold in it. So we'll do that. So one at each end and then one in the middle. Then I'm going to just give it a bit of a fold. And then I'm going to put it to the black base. So see, we've got this little hump there. And I'm going to do the same to the other side. So again, one in the middle, sorry, one at the end. One in the middle. And one at the end again. So again, we're going to sort of give it a little bit of a fold there. And this just keeps it in place. And we're going to do the same with the bigger one. So let's get rid of some of this paper. Always annoys me when it gets long and I can't just go to a dot. So again, one in the end. Oops. Next one in the middle. And then another one at the end. So again, we're going to give this a bit of a helping hand to be to give us that. That's a bit straight, isn't it? That's better. So it gives us that little loop there. Okay, last one. One on the end. One in the middle. And then another one in the end. And we're just going to put it on so that it sits up. Just looking at this one, this end looks a little bit flat. So you've just got to get it so that there's that little bend in it so it looks like a book. Now what we're going to do now is we're going to put some tear and tape along here, so along the crease again. Hi Margaret, how are you going? Lovely to see you. Always stick to your fingers, and as I say, it's pretty hard to see the black. Then we're going to lift the tear and tape up and take our big book here. We're going to fold this, and we are going to sit this in the middle, if you can see what, in the middle of our other book. could move that down a bit. So I'm going to smooth that down. Then we're going to take our glue dots again, and we are going to, you could use tearing tape if you wanted. I think the glue dots are easier to just do. So again, we're going to start at one end. Hi, Tanya. Lovely to see you. And we're going to take one the other end and one in the middle. Woo! Stuck it to the glass mat. And we're going to do the same again. So we're going to give it a fold. So it looks like the open pages of a book. So just fold it up. Just fold it up. That one didn't stick. So see, we've got a look at pages open, or an open book, I should say. Next one's going to be a bit funny. What happened there? That's better. I don't know what happened with that one. So we're going to do, oh, go on there again, and we're going to put one in one end. Actually, there's two in there because I forgot I had one already on my take a pick tool. And that one didn't want to stay. And one at the other end. Get rid of that paper. Then we're going to do the same thing. Give it a fold. And there's our book. That one's gone flat again. Good job, it's easy with the glue dots to change it. It's a little fiddly trying to get this. Right. As I say, you can use Terran tape if you want to. It'll be stronger, I guess, with the Terran tape. So this one I just did using the tape. So now we're going to put the book onto here. That one slipped down again. So I might put a little bit of glue with the dots. Doesn't seem to want to stay in place. I'll just hold that for a few minutes. I might do the same with this one. This one here just doesn't want to sit down. Hold it a bit longer. Because you've got the bends in it. I didn't have this much trouble when I made the other one last night. Now I'll hold that down for the glue. And I'm going to put Terran tape on it now. So leave that to set a bit. And I'm going to put Terran tape on here. Now I only want it on the top. Otherwise our book's not going to work. So I'm going to put some Terran tape. And I'm going to bring it in a bit. On each end. one in the middle. And then I'm going to put either side because I want this to stick. So let's see how we go. It's a bit of overkill. The other one I just put each end and in the middle. I want to make sure that it stays stuck down. Okay, then I'm going to take my book and I'm going to start sticking it down. That one's fallen again. So by putting a double dimensions on there, it's stuck. Rather than that one that falls down. That one's stuck. Now, to decorate it. So this one I just stuck this big pansy on for just show purposes. But this one, we want to put something on here on our book. Now I wanted something that sort of started here and flowed up there. But in all my flower stamps I've got, none of them work. So well, there's not one that shape that will go. I wanted something fine and pretty, but we haven't got that. Just lubricating my throat again. So I do like the purple one there to go across, or that one I coloured this morning, or this one. I think I tightened these up a bit too much. So this one I tried to water paint and I'm not happy with it. So I used my brush, put some colour on a block. But yeah, I need to practice that. I'm just not happy. The pink one from this morning, this one, number 2, So 1, 2 or 3. Let me know in the comments. Two. Anybody else? 3. Which is this one. 2. So we've got 2 2s. So it's this one. We only got 1 3. So we'll save those for later. And put that to the side. And we'll cut this one out. Marlene says 2 as well. Sorry, Sue, you're outvoted. So I want that one. So I'll get the little mini down. I suppose Deeks will want to go for a walk when it's finished. He drove me crazy yesterday. I was trying to do something. He kept wanting to go for a walk. I think it's time I swap my plates over. Good job I've got some. Oh, sorry. You know when you Okay, how are you? Lovely to meet you. Whereabouts are you, Kay? Got a new lady on Facebook. So I'm going to put some tape on this because you can bet the bottom dollar it will move. Oh, this one's starting to crack too. So, as most of you would know that watched me yesterday, is my sister's coming to visit for a couple of days before they get on a cruise. So we're going to do a double. So we're going to do one together. And that will probably either be Monday or Sunday, depending on how we go. So it's not the first time to come and visit, so luckily enough, we don't have to do all the touristy things because they've already done them. And put that away. All these cute little leaves and everything. I just love this set. It's got to be one of my favourites. So, that will stay up there. Now, I want to put this flower across it. So, across like that. And because of the shape of the card, and this one's fallen down again, I think next time I will use tear tape on it because it's just fallen out. So I'm going to put that there like that. And I'm going to put dimensional on here and a bit of glue here. Just up to Early Beach. It's just a little cruise. They got a really cheap price on it because they do a lot of cruising, same as my brother. So apparently they got a really good deal on it. So they took it. So and that means they can, because it stops in Brisbane, they can get on in Brisbane and they can spend a couple of days with me, which is great. And I think probably next year I might go down to Adelaide again and visit them. So as you can see, I can't put anything in there. Probably put a dab of glue there. Yeah, they enjoy that, going on cruises, so I've never been on one. I thought of going a couple of times, but it's too expensive on your own, just yourself, because the cabin's extra. So it wouldn't be worth it. Now, we want a sentiment. I was trying to think of the cards that I've done this week. So we did wish you love and happiness, didn't we? So we could do just a note or thinking of you. Yeah, I don't want one that's 2 or 3 like this. I just want one. So it can tuck in here and rest across. So that's my idea. This one I found does a nice flower. So maybe have the best day. I mean, I can keep going through. That one's got them all going down, so I can't use that one. So I think we'll use have the best day. Or, yeah, I think that's the one we'll use. Have the best day. Oh, it's silly, I put it back. So this was a handmade one, which you can't buy. I should remember to put it on my cards. So I want a little bit of white paper to do our greeting on. Now this card you could use happy birthday would be good. It would, because it's in one. But I haven't got a happy birthday here. Well, I have, but it's more than one line. And I don't want to use more than one line. So I've got to go to the hairdressers today. So I've got to remember to do that. As soon as we're using a black card, I am going to actually use black ink. It's not very often I use the black ink. Clever. Before I even start. Have the best day. It looks a bit sort of that's better. I think the memento needs to be redone. I don't want all that at that end. I think I'll get my small scissors for that. So I'm just going to make a like a flak I will do another one, but I think I'll use tear and tape on it. So I'm actually going to fold this so that it looks Hi Holly, how are you going? Lovely to see you here. So I'm going to put a dimensional on here. And I'm going to put ink on there, and it's going to go just above that leaf. And I'm put glue on there. Could have left a longer. Hang on, that's the wrong side. So I want some glue. But that makes it too long. Maybe I'll just do hello. I do like that though, but it's going to go. And you wouldn't be able to put it in a, no, not working for me. So I'm just going to do a hello. Can you pop it over the flower? Sort of like that. We could do that. That would work. Good thinking. I didn't even think of that because I wanted it to tuck in behind the flower. I just hold my finger on here. Oh, it's a good call, Tanya. Thank you. I'll just hold on to this for a minute until it, I could have put dimensional on there, or I think I will put dimensional. It doesn't want to stick. Oh, somebody's got their music going. You know, I had this desk perfectly tidy. Look at it. I'm just a messy stamper, a messy creator. So There's a couple of things I would probably do different when making this. I think I'd use the tear and tape to see that one's collapsed again. So I think I'd use the tear and tape instead of the dots. So we need some sparkle in it now, don't we? That's a pretty rose, isn't it? So I'm putting the 2 lots of dimensional. You're messy too. Thank you, Elaine. So putting the 2 rows of dimensionals on here. Yeah. Makes it stay up. This one which was the one I made last night, just to see how it went, folds down. That's only got 1 row of dimensionals. So definitely 2 rows for a stopper. You could use even something smaller if you wanted to. So we want some dimensionals. So let's see what we've got. So I think I'll go more with this colour. So tiger ones don't look too bad. Timid tiger. They look close to that. We could always use our breezes. Okay. So we've got 1, 2, or 3. It'd have to go in a box, I think, Sue, or a padded bag, or it'd have to be one that you give to someone. You can lie it flat, and that will go into we'll have a look. You could probably get it in, but you'd squish it. Or get a bigger envelope, I think, because if you put it in the post, it's going to end up all flat. So either a bigger envelope that will cover it, or a post bag, or one that you just hand out. Yes, you could make a matching card box. I happen to have a box here that I made. So you could sit in a box like that, and you could use the same paper. At the moment, this is one I covered. So I'm going to lunch with the girls that I work with. We have a couple of lunches. And so I'm going to cover the boxes, and then I'm going to put half a dozen cards in for them. So you could do that with it, with that paper, or with any black and white paper if you like, and that would be fine. You could put some tissue over it and just make sure the box is sturdy. All right, back to work. 1, 2, or 3. Which ones do you think that we should? Oh, thank you, Holly. Yeah, it turned out all right. I did that size and I did a smaller size because I wasn't sure. I did a smaller one because I wasn't sure what size would fit our cards, and that was too small. So this one was the right size. Got to put 2 little things in there so that you can pick it up and pull it out too. Anybody else? One, 2, or 3. Let me know in the comments what you like. This is the first time Zeus has disappeared on me for a while. He's actually lying on the bottom of my bed on his blanket, all curled up and sleeping. So anybody else got any ideas which we should use? 1, 2, or 3. Tanya's got 2, which are the Druses, which are one of my favourite ones. That's a timid tiger. And then these, I don't know what they are. Sunny Day is iridescent dot. So that colour there would be. So nobody. Deborah's 2. Holly's 2. Thank you, ladies. So we will have our druses. I just love these. I've got 3 packets of it, and I've already used one. And you can colour them, so which is good. Marlene says 2 as well. So there you are. So see these ones I've coloured. They don't do as well as the yeah, it is a bit, isn't it, Deb? They don't colour as well as what our other gems do. The these ones, rhinestones. That's the word I was thinking of. So I've coloured one there. Because these have a rough surface on the top, they don't colour as well as the rhinestones. But that's okay. Let me take a pick. I can't believe another week has gone. So I'm going to put one in that big flower. One at the end of that. And one on that flower there. That's our 3. Then we are going to spritz it, of course, with our Winkled Stella. I thought, oh God, I did get one out. Now one of them's nearly empty. I'm going to put Winkled Stella on my flowers. Of course you do. Make it shine. Sorry, I was a bit out of frame then. And there's our ring. I know, it is scary, Elaine. Very scary. So there's, I don't know whether you can see the glistening. But yeah. So that's our card for today. Get this one out of the way. That was just my trial one. So there's yesterday's. I think that was Monday's. I can't think what else I did. Oh, I know, I put it in the box. So I did that one. And I think Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, that's right, Friday. So those are the cards we did today. Thank you, Tanya. Do you think we should put a bow on that? I think it's just a bit like best left alone, I think. So there we have it. I'll come back up the top. There we go, I'm back. Thank you. Now, I'm a little sad that that end wouldn't stay where I put it, but those are things sent to try us, aren't they? So I'll be back next Monday with another card. I'm not sure what I'll be doing. Thank you, Sue. Thank you so much, all of you. I really appreciate you coming in and watching my videos. Doesn't always go right, as we see today, but all's good. So have a great weekend. I appreciate you coming in. If you can give me a like, a share, a notification bell, click that and you'll know when I go live, which is basically Monday to Friday at 10:30. So unless I tell you any different, that's normal time I go for. So have a fabulous weekend. Enjoy, and hopefully I'll see you Monday. See you later. Have a great day.